this is the best example that the system work, but not always. It is like in Future Ad Pro.
Good intro for our topic, yeah?
Yeah. Welcome to today's webinar. We make an update about Future Ad Pro. This will be this will be the main, because you wait for the answers, yeah?
Yes, of course.
And then after we make a short business update from the last week or 2 weeks actually, what has happened in FutureNet, what is our plan, and what we do in the next time. Stefan, nice to see you.
Oh yeah. Sorry guys for last week Friday. We wanted to make it enough, but you know, sometimes
Stefan was with antibiotics and so on, and we cannot make it. It's everything okay. Okay, the webinar with question and answer for the Future Ad Pro. We start with you, Paul. We have also tomorrow next webinar.
Yes, because you know, Future Ad Pro now is our main topic for you, because we know that everybody of you is waiting for the answer, and with Ron and me, we are absolutely sad with that situation, which is happening now, because we want to go and we want to have only happy customers, of course, and now we know that somebody are not happy. Please don't lose the focus on the big picture. We will fix these small things, and right now some of our biggest leader of the world, they are in our IT office, working together with our IT, working together with the project manager, and tomorrow we will have at 3 o'clock Dubai time, this is you are in the time, this is in 24 hours, we have another bar where we give more technical answers, and we will fix every issue in the next few days.
Okay, we will share the tomorrow webinar on our website, on the Facebook and on the webinar website, that you can take time for tomorrow to get more details and more answers than today. And now we should
give the microphone to Mr. Hugh Paul.
Okay, we allow that the Hugh Paul log in, and after that we are back. Okay, log on.
Also, I can,
and that's the magic of technology. We have transported from Dubai all the way to Ireland now. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending our webinar. And we want to give you some clarity, some understanding of what has happened. So let's have a look at FutureNet. You've got to remember that 2 gentlemen that we just spoke to started this idea 7 years ago, in 2012. There were only 2 people. They employed some secretaries, some PAs, they got some IT staff, and they had a small operation, maybe 7 to 10 employees. Now, if you were to join this company, or way back then, with 7 or 10 employees, you would go, is this a good company? It's a small company. You see, every company starts small. It has limitations. Limitations on growth, limitations on customer service. But as the community grows, the company also grows with more staff, more support. Now, we haven't been giving you levels of support. Would you agree? Absolutely. Why? Let me tell you that not so long ago, about 16 months ago, we hit 1 million users on the platform. 1 million users. That was a milestone. We also had 1 billion views on Future Ad Pro. 1 billion views. This has been a phenomenal success. What these two gentlemen have given us, they have given us a platform that is the easiest platform on the planet to make money with, period. You don't need to find customers. You don't need to go to meetings. You don't need to attend these events. Simply, with an internet connection and a smartphone, you can make money from home. Now, these guys put together a platform that is sustainable, a platform that could potentially go down. They have given us a platform that could potentially last forever. So our 1 million users went to 1.2, 1.5, 1.7, 2 million users. Before long, it hit 3 million users, and this is where we saw the first strain on Future Ad Pro. When we started to watch our advertisements, it went very, 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 very slow. We started noticing the challenges about 7 or 8 months ago. So the company has a choice. How do we fix Ad Pro 1? How do we deal with the future? How do we manage our servers, our software, our IT, our customer support to support a growing network? You see, the trajectory of FutureNet was from a very, very small company. It was going very, very level like this, and then it went like this. No company could allow for this phenomenal growth. It was your success. It was the company's success. It was, you have to feel part of the community. You have to be part of the family. Stefan and Roman are our upline. They are the mommy and daddy. They are the parents of the child. And the child is us. The child is Future Ad Pro. So we must be respectful and grow together. We must understand. We must discipline the child. If you have children of your own, you must discipline them. They cannot walk on the road. They cannot stand on the chair. We must protect them. We must mother and father them. We put their arm around them when they're injured, when they're sore. We care for them. We feed them. We look after them. But we also must, prepare them for life. We must prepare them as they grow and develop. Now, we've had the same situation here with FutureNet. We've come from a very small company to incredible growth. Do you realize that we were putting on, up until about 3 weeks ago, somewhere between 10 and 20,000 new accounts per day? I'm going to say that again. We were adding between 10,000 and 20,000 new members every single day. There are companies in this industry which are 40 years old, 30 years old, 10 years old, and they don't have 20,000 active customers at all. After all of these years, 20,000 active distributors. We were adding 20,000 per day, 100,000 per week. Can you imagine the pressure on the system, the pressure on software, the pressure on IT, the pressure on customer support? So we brought the problem. We, the community, brought the company the problem. The company did not bring us a problem. They give us a great opportunity. Yes? And they honor that opportunity. They stand by, they stand strong, they present themselves, they face the public in good times and in bad times. We are here as a family to work together, and we must appreciate what these owners have done. There are so many companies would have turned the key and closed the door and run. These guys have created a phenomenal business. Every one of you, everybody listening to this, is very important to the owners. Everyone is special. Everyone is a child of the company. Everyone is an equal member. So, As the company started to grow, we started to see the problems with AdPro. It wasn't working. It wasn't functioning. So we brought in IT support and we said, guys, we must make AdPro too. You see, it's a bit like technology. Technology changes every 16 months. Your phone today will not be the same phone 2 years from now because there will be a better camera, there will be more memory, so you must upgrade technology all the time. This is my first phone. It has a very small screen and lots of buttons. This changed to this. A big screen and one button, one home button. So can you see the difference in technology? I loved this for years. For maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. The Nokia 5110, I think. It's still in good order. Why? Because I love this. Because this was the best business phone in the world. And I had to change because technology changed. Because companies like Samsung and Apple were moving to iOS and Android. I cannot get emails on this. I cannot have a diary on this. I cannot have WhatsApp on this. I cannot have the internet on this. So with moving times, we must upgrade. So we understand that the owners made the right investment in Future AdPro to create a new wonderful system. Now the new wonderful system was a new technology for our programmers. Moving from this to this is a massive change for our programmers, for our company support. You see, support have the same questions that you have. How does this work? What happens when you press this button? What do you mean pair accounts? How do I verify on CoinDeed? All of these questions need answered. Now, sometimes our communication is limited. We have language barriers. We have a German owner, a Polish owner. We have support staff from multiple countries and different languages. There is sometimes communication challenges. We have different jurisdictions. The company is based in Dubai. You might be in the UK. Somebody else is in China. There is different laws. There is different legislation. And as a company starts to grow, the eyeballs are paying attention to who is FutureNet? How did these guys create a billion-dollar company? What is it they're selling? What does FutureNet do? So now you get governments, departments, authorities having a look at this FutureNet going and say, hey, what are these guys doing? What are they selling? Well, you could say, we do social media. No. How does social media bring you money? Well, social media brings money from advertising. You make money from advertising. Yes, we have lots of customers that advertise. So if a government was to look at your Future AdPro account, tell me the truth right now. Up until 2 months ago, did you place an advertisement with your ad pack? Did you assign 800 views for every ad pack that you had? Yes or no? Tell me the truth. And the truth is you did not. The majority of our customers did not advertise. Now, if we are selling an advertising product and you buy that product, it does not make sense if you do not place the advertisement. Would you agree? It's like going to a restaurant, paying for the meal before you get it, pay for the meal, yeah, I want to buy the meal, and then leave the hotel, leave the restaurant without eating the dinner. That's what people were doing. Buying an ad pack, watching ads, but they were not assigning their views, they were advertising nothing. What that meant was our product became unattractive to the big guys. The big guy said, hey, I just see CoinDeed, Bitcoin, coin. I don't see any advertising. So we had to make it compulsory. We had to make it compulsory that you must advertise. Does that make sense? Of course it makes sense. Now, what can you advertise? You can advertise anything. If you have a bed and breakfast and you want some customers, you can advertise that. You can advertise a car wash. You can advertise a hotel. You can advertise a hardware store. You can advertise a home-based business. If you have an opportunity, you're selling health products or telecommunications or something, you can advertise anything to our customer base. Because here's what you're buying. For $10 or $50, we guarantee you 160 views for $10. We guarantee you 800 views for $50. That is the product. If you go to the newspaper and you advertise $50 in the newspaper, they guarantee you no views. Because I can buy a newspaper and I just look at the sport. I don't see your news. I don't see your advertisement. I'm looking at the sport. Somebody else is looking at the business section. They don't see your advertisement, but you paid $50 to advertise in the newspaper. What happens to the newspaper once you've read it? In the bin. Your $50 is gone, no customers. But in an online platform like FutureNet, we have created what's called a traffic exchange. We exchange traffic. We bring views to your website. So whatever product it is you're selling, we guarantee you either 160 views or we guarantee you 800 views. That is our product. It is not an investment. It is not something you think it is. It's purely advertising. We give you an invoice. You see, tell me this. If you buy an ad pack today and you don't watch any advertisements yourself, how much do you make? How much commission do you get if you don't watch 10 to 20 ads? Zero. So if you don't watch ads, you don't get commission. So can you see the difference? The product, the $50, is for advertising. You only get paid for viewing, for doing something. For what you're doing is you're validating a contract. So let me explain it like this. I don't know if you can see this in the small screen, but if I have 800 views, and if I pay Future Ad Pro 50 FND for 800 views, how do I know as a customer that I got my 800 views? FutureNet could take the money and say, hey, you had 800 people. I don't know. Prove it. So FutureNet asks you, if you wish, you don't have to, but if you wish, if you watch 10 to 20 advertisements every day, we will pay you for that activity. So if you see my advertisement, this goes to $7.99. It goes down to $7.99 because you viewed one of my advertisements. The next time you watch an ad, you have a choice of 9. We put it into what we call a random generator. We take all the advertisement views, we put it in a random generator, and we bring up 9 views. Now, if you go there today, you will notice most of the advertisements are Chinese. Have you noticed that? Why do you think that is? Because that's our best marketplace, because those guys are now advertising. So they are dominant. You're going to see lots of Chinese advertisements. Okay? So if you press the refresh button, refresh, you will get another 9. And if they're all Chinese and you don't want to watch them, hit refresh and it'll give you 9 more. And then you see one in your language, you go, I'm going to watch this one. And when you watch an advertisement, then it goes to 798, 797. And it makes its way from 800 views to 0. So what did you do by watching this advertisement? You validated a contract. You see, our advertising contract is with FutureNet, Future Ad Pro. You pay 50 FND for 800 views. By somebody watching it, you are validating. Say, yep, I saw it. Yep, I saw Hugh Paul's advertisement. Yep, I saw that one. And this brings 800 to 0. That means you are part of the contract. So we pay you. You get commission for watching the advertisement. You do not get commission for an ad pack. An ad pack is for advertising, nothing else. So somebody said to me yesterday, I have 66 ad packs. Can I have my money back? Sorry? Can you have your, what money back? Well, I have 66 ad packs. I want my money back. What money? You don't have any money in FutureNet. You have advertising in FutureNet. When you go to the newspaper and you give them $50 to advertise, you don't have any money because you give it to the newspaper. The newspaper has to print. It needs ink. It needs printing presses. It needs reporters, editors. It creates the advertisement and it places it in the newspaper. You are paying for advertising. Does that make sense? You can't get your money back once you place your ad. It's crazy. So you can make money and you have money if you qualify by watching views on the platform. That's how it works. So I think we need to get a basic understanding of what Future Ad Pro is. It's amazing. 800 views for $50 is a great value. You also get an invoice for that, for your advertising. Does that make sense? You can't eat your meal and say, I want my money back. I'm sorry, you just ate the meal. What do you mean you want your money back? Does that make sense? So let's move forward and find out what's Future Ad Pro 2 all about. What happens is we have responsibilities as a company to look after your affairs, to look after the company affairs, to protect the company and to protect the product and to protect you. And when you become a responsible company, you must do responsible things. You must pay attention to the law, to legislation. So, if we do not know our customer, it's called KYC. We are responsible to know the customer. Who is this customer? Well, some people had customers which were mother, father, son, daughter, uncle, granddad, goldfish, dog, and two rabbits. These were their customers who did not require advertisement, because when we looked at their accounts, we couldn't see any advertising. So the company realized when they went to Ad Pro 2, they found out at that point, wow, lots of these customers aren't advertising. This is crazy. Let's protect the company. Let's protect the product. Let's protect the opportunity. It's compulsory to advertise. Does that make sense? Now, you have 7 days to place your advertisement from the moment you buy your ad pack. 7 days. That's a long time. Can you imagine buying a meal and not eating it for 7 days? What would happen to the meal? You'd forget about it. You wouldn't be hungry anymore. It's gone. So, it's compulsory to assign your views within 7 days. If you forget, if you're ill, if you're on holidays, there is a second date. After up to 30 days, you can still place your advertisement. Okay, so you have two chances. The 7th, 7 days, and up to 30 days. Now, after 30 days, we've got to put the meal in the bin. Nobody wanted it, nobody used it, nobody ate it. So an ad pack is non-commissionable after 30 days if you haven't placed the views. So you could buy an ad pack, yes. And if you don't assign the views, that's fine. You've got 7 days. But after 7 days, you're not going to get any commission until you've assigned your views. So I recommend once you buy 2 ad packs today or 4 ad packs tomorrow or 5 ad packs the next day, go straight in and assign all of the views to that campaign. If you buy 2 ad packs tomorrow, that's $100, 100 FND. You get 1,600 views. Assign a campaign. Put up all the proper details. The name of the title, the description, the proper website. Assign the views and submit those views and place your advertisement because that's your product. Now, if you don't do it after 1 month, 30 days, you still get your views because that's your product, but you cannot earn any commission on that ad pack even if you're watching ads. Okay? So we have to be clear. You are buying advertising, we guarantee you views, and you must assign that advertisement within 7 days. You don't ring the newspaper and say, here, let me give you $1,000. What do you want to advertise? Don't worry about it. Nothing. I'll tell you next week. Let me think about something. You cannot pay the newspaper and not fill out the form. What size of advertisement? What's the description? What does the message say? You must do it. So we allow 7 days and then 30 days maximum limit. After 30 days, if you haven't assigned your views, your ad pack is no longer eligible to earn commission. It's just advertising. That you've still got advertising, but it's not possible to get commission. So this is a big thing we need to understand. Now, the next thing in terms of law and legislation is KYC is know your customer. The second thing we have is AML. AML. AML stands for anti-money laundering. FutureNet cannot be responsible and doesn't want to take responsibility for people that are laundering money in the system. So therefore, we must know the customer. I mean, if you add a goldfish as an account, does a goldfish need advertising? Or if you add your 4-year-old son, does he need advertising? No. You see, to advertise, you must be in business. You know, what would you advertise? If you're a football player, you don't need any advertising. The advertising is on your football shirt. You don't need an ad pack because you don't have a business. But if you have a business that you want to advertise, then, yep, I'm in business, I want to advertise. So that's the second thing you need to understand. You can be in any business. You can start a business and advertise. So this is an advertising traffic exchange for business users. Does that make sense? Good. I'm just explaining the product, and then you'll see where we're going. Part of the rules in companies, certainly of any size, is we must have KYC and AML, anti-money laundering. Do we know the customer? Do you know that we closed about 11,000 customer accounts? And most of them, 95% of those accounts did not complain. Do you know why? Because a goldfish can't complain. They could not submit their details to CoinDeal because a goldfish does not have a driving license. A goldfish does not have a passport. It was incredible what we found. We found Santa Claus wanted an account. So, people ask the question, why is verification so slow? Well, because people are so smart, they go to Paint and they cut and paste an address of a utility company, but our computers can see that. They can see this document has been edited. This document has changed. So what our verification department did, part of it's automated, okay? But the utility, which is part of your, there's two things we need for KYC. We need proof of address, yeah, and photo ID. Proof of address, photo ID. Now, photo ID will be your driving license or your if you like, your passport. Now, does your 6-year-old have a driving license? No. Does your 6-year-old have a passport? Well, not if you're not traveling. So a 6-year-old cannot get verified because it doesn't have an account. It's going to be stopped. But when we stopped these accounts that were cheating, these customers did not complain because they knew they were cheating. They were taking millions of dollars out of the system. And what that was doing was that was hurting your ad packs. You need to understand something. You see, FutureNet have multiple sources of revenue. Multiple sources of revenue. And in this revenue stream, we get profits. I need to use a darker marker. Maybe you will see it. I could go full screen here. But FutureNet get revenue from many, many sources. They get revenue from games. They get revenue from the FutureNet shop. They get revenue from the affiliated shopping of 400 million different products. They get revenue from many businesses like their cafes and their restaurants. They get revenue from advertising on the social media platform. They get revenue from digital products that they sell. They get revenue from cryptocurrency. They have affiliate deals with companies like Coindy where they get rebates. There are many, many ways that FutureNet can generate revenue, even without AdPro. AdPro is only one part of FutureNet. And this is what we must think about. How can we help the whole ecosystem? Not just AdPro. AdPro is brilliant. AdPro is easy. People love AdPro. Let's get AdPro back to where it was. But let's think about the other systems. What puts money into FutureNet? So I'm going to ask you, does everybody have a FutureNet charger or battery pack to support your smartphone? Does everybody have FutureNet clothes? Does everybody have FutureNet baseball hats? Does everybody buy a FutureNet umbrella? Has anyone supported the FutureNet revenue streams to keep this bucket full of money? Because what FutureNet do is they pay out up to 80%. So it can't go bust. They only pay out 80% of the revenue comes in. Here's my question. Are you supporting any of the revenue models? Have you been to the FutureNet coffee shop? Have you eaten in a FutureNet restaurant? Have you bought a FutureNet smartphone? Have you used FutureNet to buy your shopping? Have you used FutureNet to book a flight? Have you downloaded the FutureNet games and played them? Have you done anything for FutureNet? Are you just doing this? Because that's only one small part. Now, if we only pay out 80%, the company pays its taxes, runs its staff, runs its operations on the 20%. They are happy with that. But we cannot pay out 100%. And we will not pay out 100%. We only pay out 80% of the revenue coming in. So we started looking at the compensation plan. And we found that FutureNet made a big, big mistake. They rewarded people 8% for bringing that customer. And what we found out when we looked at the software, we found out if somebody had 1,000 ad packs, the account above it had one ad pack. Now think about that. We looked at every account that had 1,000 ad packs. In most cases, the account above it had one ad pack. Now work that out. What was happening? We also, our technology is very, very clever. We can tell if you log in at home or if you move to hotel to a new IP, we can see that on our system. But what would you say if this account here with one ad pack watched its advertisements at 8 p.m. and at 7 minutes later, the account with the 1,000 ad packs watched its 10 ads? What would that suggest to you? It was very lucky that the introducer and the customer watched their ads within 10 minutes of each other. Would that make sense? But what if we checked it tomorrow again, and at 7 o'clock, the top account watched 10 ads to qualify, and then we could see this one qualifying 10 minutes or 5 minutes later? Would that suggest to you that this account holder was the same as this account holder? Would that suggest that to you? So we said, okay, KYC. So this was daddy, this was mommy, but you cannot have two accounts in the one house. So people were cheating. Can you imagine your own family, your own children cheating in your home? So what we found, and not everybody's guilty, by the way. Guys, you guys on this call are probably fine. It's a very small part that we're doing this, a very small part. But it had a big effect. It had a massive effect because this 80% was going to the wrong people. This 80% was going to the cheaters. And that meant your ad packs were getting less and less and less every day. People say, oh, I only got this and I only got that and I only... Because we can only pay out 80%. If the cheaters had manipulated the system to take the most of the profit, then your profit was less. So as a family, I'm asking you, please understand why we're doing this. Understand that we want this to last forever. There are other companies have copied us. They've copied us identical in cryptocurrency, in AdPro, and in our digital product space. They've copied us word for word, letter for letter. They've made it look nicer. They've added nice videos. But does that company have good intentions? My question to you is, let's look at that company in 6 months or 12 months and see is it still here. Because people are annoyed now with our challenges, and they're moving to these other companies, and they're going to lose all their hard work. When we have a company here with good intentions, with honorable owners, with good businessmen behind it, but we must respect the challenges that's happened. Now, the main challenge is the community finds things a little bit awkward. You see, moving from this to this, it's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit awkward. So we have to give it time that it becomes easy. Any habit or change takes at least 30 days. At least 30 days. Now, we launched this, say, the 25th of January. So we're not even at the 25th of February yet. We haven't gone 30 days in the new system. So it's going to take these 30 days of you learning the system. So what do people do? They write onto WhatsApp. They write onto social media. Oh, I'm not getting paid. This is not happening. This is not happening. This is not. But they failed to go to the website. They failed to check where all the questions and answers are. So if I were to share screens just for one moment, I don't know if you can see, let me see, share screen. This is a Future Ad Pro account I've just logged into. Now, hopefully you can see this. When you hit the dashboard, there's a section here that says, try the tutorial. I'm going to ask you this. Have you studied this document and the videos inside? Or have you even noticed that that was there? Yeah? Did you notice? You see, when you click that, we have a tutorial how to set up your CoinDeal account with videos. Most people don't even watch it. The second thing you need to go is go to support. And when you click support, go over here and click Future Ad Pro. When you click Future Ad Pro, you will have all the most relative questions and answers here. What is Future Ad Pro? How to create an account on the Future Ad Pro platform? Does my revenue in Future Ad Pro have to be tax deducted? How to create an advertisement? Why is my ad waiting for verification? Why was my ad rejected? What is an FND voucher? What is an FND dollar? And there are questions upon questions here that most people haven't even read. We've also submitted an email address to you on one of our webinars that, let me see, I don't know how to go back to the other, but how do I go back to, one second. But you'll find all the answers there. There's tutorials out. There's a lot on the website. Most people don't even read them. Now, what we need to do is we need to look at some questions and answers. And I think we probably do that more tomorrow when we, I can't even find how I get back to my camera. I think I'm back now, guys. So we have to understand why Future Ad Pro 2, because we want it to be here forever. Now, some questions, if I can answer them for you. Can you buy ad packs every day? What's the answer? Of course you can. You can go and buy advertising in the newspaper, on the radio, on Google, on Facebook, on FutureNet every day, no problem. Go click buy ad packs. You want to buy 2 ad packs, pay for them, and you'll have your ad packs. But you cannot buy them with commissions inside the system except for the 7th, the 17th, and the 27th. So let's ask the question again. Can I buy ad packs every day? Absolutely. If you are losing 3 ad packs a day, you can buy 3 brand new ad packs today. No problem. Just go to CoinDeal, buy your ad packs. Easy. The next question is, when can I withdraw money? If you're verified, you can withdraw the money on the 7, 17, and 27. You can buy ad packs inside the system. Now you have to look at the words redeem voucher. In the United States, they have a thing called a coupon. A coupon is like a discount voucher. And many of the companies there send coupons in the post with your newspaper. People go to the shop and they say, there's $2 off this and 10% off this. A coupon is a discount voucher in America. A voucher is something different. If I buy you a meal for two, I will give you a voucher for the restaurant. And when you take that voucher, you redeem it. You don't sell a voucher, you don't sell a code. You redeem the voucher. So it's legal language. You redeem your voucher and you can redeem them on the exchanges. Now we have CoinDeal as one exchange. We have Darb as the second exchange. So for some of the marketplaces that cannot use CoinDeal, because CoinDeal is a licensed brokerage, CoinDeal must do things correctly. They can't take 10 accounts from your family. They can't sign up goldfish and teddy bears and Santa Clauses. Yeah, they must know their customer. They must do their AML, their anti-money laundering. It's required by the law. That's why we do it correctly. Other companies don't do that, and that's why they disappear. That's why they fall off this earth, because they were set up with bad intentions. Everything these two owners are doing is good intentions. They want to protect the family, protect the opportunity, protect you. So please, let's not rub against it. Let's move with it. Let's understand, I know what an ad pack is. I know how to get my advertisements. I know how to place an ad. I know how to click a mouse. We all can do this. I know how to withdraw my money. I know how to make money. In 30 days from now, the ad pro we're used to back then will be even better going forward. Yes, it's incredible what they're doing. They've built in a microservice platform and they've had big issues with their servers. They've spent millions of dollars updating the software. They have many programmers working on AdPro too. But when you send a message to a server and it doesn't send you back an answer in a certain time frame, it locks out. You see, about a week ago, I had $350 in my account. The next day I had 175. I went, how does it go from 350 down the ways? That's not working. Well, guys, that's just a glitch. We call it a glitch in the software. The next day it was back again. So we understand that. We have good software backing us up. But the servers are held on what's called a rack. A server sits in a frame on a rack. But sometimes the servers on this rack are talking to the old servers over here to transmit all this data. And sometimes, because there's so much data, we've got glitches. Now everything starts to improve. I'll tell you another challenge I had. I went to check my team commissions. 0. I went, 0 commissions? What's going on here? I checked and it said, you have no frontline customers. Oh no? I bet I do, because the software wasn't picking that up. Now, of course, that was a problem I had last week. This week I don't have that problem because now it's working. So you can see the further down the road we travel, the better it gets. What we need to do, guys, is we need to understand a few simple things. How to buy an ad pack, how to assign the views to that ad pack, how to watch 10 to 20 ads a day, how to withdraw, how to create codes. Does that make sense? And if you knew those simple things, this business is a breeze. If you knew how to set up a CoinDeal account, the website tells you. There's a video there. Go to CoinDeal, put in your email address and sign up an account. It's instant. Fill out your profile, upload a couple of documents, get approved, pair the account, done. And the next thing people say is, but I don't know what Futuro is. Do you know what Futuro is? Futuro is money. So if you take $100 and we give you $100 of Futuro, it's the same thing. If you give me $100 and I give you 80 pounds in sterling, it's the same thing. If you give me $100 and I give you 90 euro, it's the same thing. If you give me $100 and I give you $100 of Bitcoin or Futuro or Litecoin or Ethereum, it's the same thing. Now, if you don't want the Futuro, you can immediately liquidate it on the exchange for euros, pounds, or dollars. And you can send that money straight to your account. No problem. You see, I've been doing this for a year. You guys are only starting now. You guys say, but it's taking too long to get verified. Hey, it took me same day, next day. Same day, next day. It's because 70,000 people a day are trying to get verified. And CoinDeal can only support 5,000 maybe verifications in a day. So we're going to see in a week or two, that backlog will be cleared. The CoinDeal will be simple. And we have some fantastic news for you. Some brilliant news for you, and I'll let the owners confirm this when I hand it back to them, that what we had was a galloping horse, galloping away, talking nonsense, telling lies, misleading people. And we grabbed the reins and we brought that horse back. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're selling advertising, not investments. You must advertise. You must KYC. And when we let the horse go, we can start easing it again. We can start putting back in some of the things. One of the questions was, where's my old advertising account? Guys, we're going to bolt that back in again so you'll see it again. New customers won't because there is none, but all the old customers will get back their advertising account. Isn't that brilliant news? Next thing, we're going to bolt in some of the old processors. Old processors like NetTeller, old processors like SoFort and Perfect Money. We're going to bolt them back in. You see, it's a process. It takes time for these things to happen. We can't bolt them all at once because then we have too many problems. We sort out this, we sort out this, we stabilize the system, and then we start opening the tap again, and everything's back to normal. Everybody's happy. Everybody's calm. An AdPack does what an AdPack does. Everything will be better than the old AdPro because it'll be reliable, it'll be legal, it'll be compliant, it will have longevity. You see, the people that are going to mess AdPro up is our customers, not the company. If the customers make noise on social media, if the customers make complaints because they don't even know what they're talking about, then somebody can come in and say, oh, let's close this down, we cannot do it. You will destroy AdPro yourselves. You will do it. Or you understand what it is we have. Understand advertising, understand the product, understand the compliance. This is easy. Keep it easy. Keep doing this. And you will make money. Now, people are confused between status and subscription. It's very simple. We cannot charge you $180 a year to pay you 5 generations of commissions. Not allowed. Say it again. Status 5, $180 for the year. FutureNet cannot charge you $180 a year to give you more commissions. Does that make sense? So, the $180 is to host your advertising on our servers. So you can have 20 ad packs, doesn't cost anything. They give that free. We'll allow you to do 20 ad packs on our systems. We will service that for you at no charge. But if you want more than 20, give us $30 a year. If you want more than the next number, give us $80 a year. If you want more than 200 ad packs, we need $180 maintenance service charge to host all of these advertisements that you want to advertise. So the 180 is for the amount of ad packs you have on the system. It's nothing to do with 5 levels or 10 levels. How do you get 10 levels commission? Simple. If you have no customers, you don't get any levels. Does that make sense? So if you're just going to do this, you don't need to know about this. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a business owner, if you want to promote our fabulous products, and Future Ad Pro is only one of them, you need to start looking at other areas of FutureNet because there's massive growth coming in these departments. But if you want to bring us customers, then if you bring us just one customer, we will pay you commissions on his or on that generation and on the next. If you bring us 2 customers, we'll give you 4 generations of commissions. If you give us 3 customers, we give you 6. If you bring us 4 customers, we pay 8. If you give us 5 customers, do you know 5 customers that would like to advertise a business and get paid for verifying them, get paid for watching them? Could you find 5 customers in the world that could do that? Then you get paid 10 generations. So it's performance-based. You understand? You're not paying for that. It's performance. 1 customer, 2 level. 2 customers, 4. 3 customers, 6. 4 customers, 8. 5 customers, 10 generations. It's performance-based. The 180 is for the quantity of ad packs. Now, I know you have lots of other questions, but I hope I've covered the bulk of them. Guys, I'm not doing this with any script. I'm not doing this with any notes because I can't work this system. I can see me and I can see the 2 guys on the slide. I'm doing this from my head, from my memory, from my heart. Yeah? And you've got to become congruent with the company. Oh, why are they changing? If they don't change, the program's finished. That's why they're doing it for your benefit. So what I'd like to do, guys, is log out here, hand you back to the owners. We have another webinar tomorrow where we answer more questions, give you further guidance. I'm sorry for being strong, but you've got to be strong. The schoolmaster must be strong. The teacher must be strong. The parents must be strong. The company must be strong. Weak company, weak opportunity, that doesn't work. These guys have been too weak, letting people milk the cow. And now they're just trying to make it better for you. I hope you understand it. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, guys. Let me log out and hand you back to our 2 magnificent owners. Thank you very much.
Hi, back. You, Paul, thank you for your emotional speech, and I like it very much because the truth, it's like it. And of course, not everybody like it, our changes, but we have to do that. And second things, it's everything is perfect, and we know that, and we excuse for that, but we make really a lot of work every single day. We work 16 hours, the IT also, and we fix step by step everything that you can pay out every day. So all wallets which you can pay in and pay out perfect month, net different currencies and so on, like before. Everybody will be happy. And of course, the system, we should make a new system because the old one was no effective, was old one and very, very slowly. We need to do that. Yeah.
Yes, I would say thank you, Paul. We must teach you that you have to be a little bit shorter, but we know that you are speaking very deep from your heart. And yeah, Paul told about everything. It's very, very example. And I want to go back one more time to this from my last webinar. You saw the cow from the first pictures, where a small part of the community takes the feed for the cow. And yeah, 100,000 people coming with big buckets and want to keep the milk. It is not working. Look at this picture. This is healthy. Many people take care about the cow from the feed, and people take the milk. This is why we are doing it, because our goal is future, and we know better than anybody else when you care about it like we do. Long time market, and we want to be at a long time on the market. We already think about free euro to even more for every, and we are the player in the online, and we want to be the for the long time future. And long time future, Roman, brings us to the topic from today.
Okay, many persons like the haters hate our company, tell it's finished, and I give you the best proof. Our company is on the top form. We start our company is start with next step. We signed contract with Red Bull, you know, and this is amazing what it's happened in last months, because this was always our plan, our dream. 20 years ago, we spoke about it. We spoke about the Formula One, because it's a thing of all those stuff. We love motorsport, we love, and yeah, Stefan also, and I'm sure all guys love fun and motorsport, and this was our dream to go into the to support people. And but okay, maybe in 1 year, maybe in 2020, maybe in 2021, we are so strong that we can do that. Bam! It's so fast, yeah. And
it was so amazing when you see a picture like Red Bull, when you see it on the TV, everything is fine. But when you are here in London, yeah, and you see that the emotions is absolutely incredible. Yeah, what you say, like our hate have a bad day, you know, on days like that. Because one more time, we want to stay with people for the time. We have a 2 years contract with 2 years contract with Bull, and this is just the beginning. It was so great honor, yeah, to be together with Christian Horner, and when you welcome to the team, like you can see that in the video, that makes us very, very, very proud.
Yesterday we get invitation also from Williams back. Yes. Invite us also to support.
In 1 year we will all
here we have own team. And look, this is amazing stuff. What is happening today between FuturoCoin, Red Bull Racing, and promotion? This happen in the internet and papers. We get only in 2 days, in 1 week, almost 400 different.
That's online and online together.
Yeah, and this is Rechtweite.
It has reached 1.4 billion people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So all these articles, when everybody who has access to that articles, of course, not nobody will read it, but theoretically it has potential to inform 1.44 billion people. This is more than 20. No, how much is it? Yeah, percent of the whole population of the world after 1 week. Now you can imagine what the power of the Red Bull sponsor. Red Bull. Second, every ±2 weeks will be presented. We will go to places, and with own camera team, of course. And why we are doing it? Because we have too much money? No, that is not. That is an investment in our company, in our dream, but also doing it for you, because you can show it to the people. This company is real. This company is making a good job. This company is doing good, and that is the reason.
I want look on this one here. $4.2 million estimated volume. What we can advertise in almost 400 articles. Yeah, this is. I cannot tell you how much we pay because it's contract. But in 1 week we get it back. We get it more, and we get articles in the next every second day. We find some article because in next day we premiere of the Red Bull.
The new car.
Yeah, the new cars. 28th of February we have conference with Aston Martin. And then, of course, every week or every 2 weeks for the whole year. This is amazing, amazing story and successful story. But now everybody laugh with everybody about Future Ed Pro. But believe me, when we fix everything in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, nobody think about it. The emotion down, and we work together for the next topics, for the next goals in our company, in our family company. That's what we have here with Red Bull or Future Ed Pro. This is only really, this is the top of the mountain what we have here. Believe me, we have 100 tasks every day, and of course that don't help that the Future Ed Pro don't work perfect, not help it, but we have to fix it, and then it's done, then everybody happy.
Just one important information on my side. The car will not look like this one. Not. So don't expect that the logo is so big on that place. We will have our logo on the car, but just a simulation that everybody say, oh my God, later on, oh, you show us so big, later it was no, it's just a presentation here. We will be on the car, we will be on the clothes of the arm, and
overalls,
on the website,
everywhere. With on the car, so not on one, but
next year we will get one more.
That our company go to the history. We are first cryptocurrency company which sponsor for one. Tomorrow come next different coins, but we are the first, and nobody can change that.
And as you can see here, Christian Horner, he also wrote history. He was the youngest team ever. He started with years. He was 4 times world champion with Sebastian. And now, good luck for this season. Imagine when they come back to the that means, yeah. But okay, even on Red Bull, guys, this is story. When we start with sports sponsor, we always joke, yeah, we will be the new Red Bull. Now we are partner of Red Bull. Yeah? This is amazing. And one more time, we do it for you guys, that you have the business more easy than before. Show something. We are not a company with a top on the kitchen table. We are real,
strong.
Yes, you can see here on Christian signing the contract. I'm sure you saw the videos. Okay, guys. Summary. This is amazing stuff. We will fix it very quickly. We will make an update webinar tomorrow.
It's okay. Now it should be better. Of course, we have, how I say before, we have many tasks, many goals. Work very strong and very hard on the next event what we have in Dubai in 2 months. But this is not everything. We work very hard for the next event, which we end of this next of this year, because it's our company biggest event. Of
our story.
Yeah, our story. It should be the biggest, most more than 10,000 people, and we plan many points for that for that event on end of this year. And we have many goals, and you can expect a lot of things in FutureNet in next 2 months and in end of this year.
Yes, we are not happy with small things, they are not working yet, but we fix it and don't lose the focus and the view on the big picture. Last for today, like you Paul say before, community, and everybody in the community can give the feed to the cow. Peace is our own online shop, and very good news for you. We have the winter sale now. You can buy selected items for a good discount, and it's cool when you have own shirt, when you have the umbrella with your company. Merchandisings always are good to show this is my company. I'm proud of the company, and I will go with
Yes,
the company.
and guys, I have good news. In FutureNet, everything works. The system works. You can get the product. You can pay in. You can pay out. No problem. Why nobody speak about it? You use that every day? You sell our products every day? I hope.
We have a couple of thousands every day. Everybody get the money since more than 4 years now. It will be for the future, and yeah.
Be also a little bit critical to yourself, not only to the company. Yeah? Little bit realistic. Take care about your business, not only about milk the cow. Yeah? Thank you very much. We invite you tomorrow for very, very detailed webinar, technical webinar from with Jan, the future for more answers. FAQ will be finished this week also. More points than you can get, and you can find a lot much more answers. You don't have to write immediately to support. We have 70,000 tickets which are wait, and of course it's take time. Thank you very much. We invite you for tomorrow. See you tomorrow on the webinar. Bye.
Bye bye.